Into the final cues, the final moments. Now, if you guys are just joining us, first of all, welcome. Thank you so much for being here. This is the finals of the first week of the Fortnite World Cup online open qualifiers. Now you can see here we have the stream's Vato on there, but this is the top 3,000 players from each region vying for their piece of that $1 million prize pool, and then also for Europe, 8 qualification spots into that final in New York City in the last weekend of July.
Yes, so we're watching these final games of their bracket. They had 3 hours to qualify. This is just near the end. We just spectated Vato, who did have that rift to go, had a great loadout. It'll be interesting to see how he decides to use it.
Yeah, have Flame pushing over towards that as well. Rocking an all rare loadout. That pump does have the one-shot threshold of being able to do either 100 the body or 200 the head. As he looks to find the shot in there, not quite enough to clean it up though.
Yeah, no, we did see that player on the other side of the wall with a heavy sniper, and he's taking advantage of him being focused on the other players rotating into the zone and making a push.
Yeah, and he sees the player is on a campfire, so wants to get the pressure. Also, while the player tries to get a slurp off, I don't think he quite got it. Does own the wall, but the other player now has the ramp in, and this is a kind of a dangerous situation as the player gets sprayed in the back too.
Yeah, he needs to get that final mark on him. Otherwise, he's going to have his elimination stolen. He does get it and gets the siphon. So now he's sitting at 18 shield. Maybe he'll be able to pick up some more shield on the player. Doesn't look like it, but another rift for him.
Yeah, should be able to grab that second rift. Also has the med kit and a heavy snipe there. So going to have some loadout changes. Mongrel in the match, but also incredibly low on effective HP. Now, I know we reviewed the format. Take a look in the top right-hand corner. 38 players remaining, so still 13 need to go down before we hit the first placement mark. Jumping on board with Warren. And this is a stacked lobby. Warren's in here. I saw Pappy, Stompy's in here, like MCES, Orc-H. Like, there's so many amazing players in here, and all of them are really high up on that leaderboard.
Yes, they are. And we're also looking at a bit of a mountain push, too, going high up the mountain. So we've got Warren, who's already secured that high ground spot. We got some players on the low ground, and now in the next 2 seconds, we'll see where the next zone decides to go. Are they going up? And yes, they're going up and they're going over. Warren right away looking to make a new positioning change to get himself in the right spot to make that play.
Yeah, brilliant observation there. He is on the far side of the rotation, but that's so far. If you look in the bottom right-hand corner, you can see there's only about 10 more seconds until that rotation is forced out. Warren is on the closest side of it. What we mean by that is you can see how that blue circle there, that is the storm zone. Anything outside of that will tick you and do damage. That white circle is where that new safe zone will be. So that means, Kitty, everyone's got to move. Everyone's
got to move. And right away, you see Mongrel, who looks like he's managed to get a little bit of extra health that could have been from an elimination in that siphon. He's making a play for it. No shield, though, so any tags on him right now might take him down.
Yep, just as Warren is able to tag Ref's guard, the player for VIR able to not quite rotate through there, but somebody else is trying to drop in, try and be a loot goblin. We talk about how that can be dangerous. Everyone heading in there. Will Warren be able to clean it up? And it doesn't. No, it was his elim as it went out. Wham also picked up another player, so getting closer to that top 25. Prisionero also in the lobby as well. A player who probably doesn't get as much highlight and as much attention as he deserves. Consistently on the top. One of the Spanish players, Team Queso, absolutely stacked. And this lobby is stacked. We have about 5 of the top 10 in here.
Yeah, this is insane. All of these guys wanting any extra elimination point, any extra placement point to put them up on that leaderboard. Only 8 are going through.
Particularly, too, any elimination against one of those other players is that much more valuable. It's one less game from... Oh, as Mongrel goes down outside of the top 25. That is huge from Nolan there. That is a massive elimination. It has such big implications for Mongrel. That's such an inefficient game from him. Only able to pick up a couple of elims as now Nolan is getting that backside of the circle rotation with just the uncommon tag. And he says, hey, if you're dropping down, I'm taking you all with me. Kick Palazzo, solo airwalks back to lobby as Nolan takes down 3 players right there. And DRGH, another top 10 player in this lobby, battling for high ground. This is absurd.
Yeah, this is an absolutely stacked lobby. All of these players very familiar with these types of modes. They are ready and here to play. We see DRG. He's got that ultimate high ground right now, already sitting on 2 eliminations, and he's got access to that RPG. We just saw how powerful it is with Nolan taking out 2 players with him in that engagement.
He also has 10 bandages, so if he can hold high ground as we get into these later circles, that's going to be incredibly effective for the late game full close situations. As now, with the eliminations, we're inside of top 15, so 5-point placement points for everyone left in the match as DRG picks up another player to get us inside the top 10. He's holding down ultimate high pretty effectively. You have H on the low ground, and then a whole bunch of players on the mid ground tarp as DRG gets another elimination on the burn.
And right away, you see the zone. It's going back the way they came. He knows that. He makes sure to just carpet right over to where he's already built this high ground. He's not going to have to expend any resources, and he's going to be able to get lots of clean shots on his opponent.
And Vato has been absolutely popping off. We talked about all the players on the mid ground tarp. If you're looking to really get high volume eliminations, that's where they happen. That's where the scuffles are. It's a lot more risky, but you can be high end. The return on investment is huge, and it's going back over where DRG's builds are. He's in such control as he begins to rain shots down. DRG in the top right. You have Hood Ivesy in the bottom right hand corner on the low ground. Creamy Kevin, if you look on the left hand side of your screen, in the mid tarp. But Vato coming down from above is so low.
He's got to be careful. I don't know how Prisionero does not see him. Vato's able to get a positioning and a shot off on him. If he's able to clutch this out, that's 50 siphon damage for him.
That would be huge, and Vato is actually able to pick up a mini shield there as H does get ticked out. Prisionero trying to find whatever space he can, but DRG now challenging down. We talked about how when you're on ultimate high, you can just drop down and decide when to fight, but he only has one more mat left, which means he needs to start working his way down. Luckily, you can see the other players, but we're moving into another mountain, Kitty.
Oh no, this is not where you want to see DRG's positioning here. He's going to have to utilize his teammates or opponents' builds. Oh, all three of them getting rifted. He's not going to be able to use their build to get up. He does manage to get into the rift at the last second.
So everyone has now taken the rift. All the players are up in the air, but they aren't going to be able to lay down. There's no space, so the last rifter is just going to get the high ground.
DRG misses it
too. Land it. The slope there not being enough, and the circle is almost too narrow. Now, how good can you stay in? How calm are your nerves?
No.
Who flies the straightest? Hood Icy, can he find the side? Will he opt to dive down? First player lands. Is he going to be able to find it? It's Creamy Kevin getting the first landing. They're trading up. Icy gets the siphon, but DRG, can he find the shot? He's going to get one, and he finds it! Oh my God! TrainH DRG! That's why you're in the top 10. That's what it's going to